Yes.
What's the asset name? Non-VA certified inventory act. What was non-VA?
Vulnerability assessment.
What's non-VA?
Ano sir, hindi siya dumaan sa vulnerability assessment na process para makita kung ano yung weakest link ng information system na yun. So, asset owner nito since information system na siya is yung RICTMS. Ang vulnerability niya is insufficient encryption of inventory asset records. Tapos, yung risk, data breaches could be exposed confidential information.
Okay.
Ang impact niya is 3 since nagko-contain yung information system na yun ng mga PIIs.
Okay.
And then probability is 1.
Okay.
Existing control, none kasi hindi nga siya mag-VA. Control score is 3. Digital information in PDF format. Tapos master copy siya ng RSO, invitation, advisory memorandums, ICT services, manuals, policies, and etc. Si records division yung may goal ng information or documents. Unsecured PDFs, absence of password protection or encryption makes documents accessible to unauthorized users. Sensitive information may be accessed by an authorized person. Yung impact niya is 3 since meron din siyang mga important na mga information. Probability is 2. And then yung existing control namin na ginawa is utilization of document management system na nakascript na pagpuntang mga efforts na. And then control score is 1, so naging 6. Database storage, asset owner is ICTMS or RICTMS. Yung weakness niya is misconfigured database settings. Example of restricted access controls.
Okay.
Unauthorized access may be leading to theft or exposure of sensitive information. So, ang impact niya is 3. Probability of happening, so 2. Existing control is physical access to data centers. So, ang control score niya is 1. So, ang risk niya is 96.
Alright. Thank you. Good. Maraming salamat.
Next po, the last one, FO 6, 8, and 9.
6, 8, and 9.
Uy, sermon! Sermon!
Dami kang fans mo na.
Dami sir, actually pinaglalaroan na lang. Okay, so this is our outputs, no? So these are the identified asset name. So we have the enhanced tracking data management system, which is known for all siguro. Lahat tayo meron tayong EDTMS. So the asset owners, the records archives management or the RAMs. So our vulnerability for that is the downtime due to the maintenance conducted in the central office. And then the security risk would be the users may not access the information system during the downtime period. So probably the impact, level 3, and then probability is, of course, 3 pa rin. So one of the existing control we have is the conduct of maintenance during weekdays, weekends po, every Saturday.
Okay. So if you have an existing control, hindi pwedeng 3 yung controls mo.
2 yan. Tama. Tapos
Magiging 3 lang yan pag totalin natin.
yes, hindi
Okay.
siya.
Adjust na lang ako.
Adjust na later.
Sige.
Okay, next.
XYAM.
Okay, XYAM. So lahat naman tayo meron dito. So galing ko sa central officer. So lack of orientation on managing the XYAM. And then the risk would be the threats of increasing attacks may not manage properly. Okay. So the impact would be 3 and the probability would be 3 also. So orientation, the use of this XCM. So lahat ng mga CNT natin at yung cyber officer natin is well-oriented naman dito. Tayo lang at hindi. Ayun. So, ayun.
Next.
Ayun, next. Okay, next, the laptop. Of course, the asset owner is the property officer po. So, isa po sa mga vulnerability and weaknesses, the outdated operating system. So, that's why always po nagkakalat ng configuration po yung mga CNT natin. And then, it may lead to security issues such as data breaches, ransom if not taken seriously. So, the impact would be 3, and the probability would be also 3. And then, the existing control is the patching. Wrong spelling na. Never mind. Patching of operating system. Ayan.
Alright.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay ba? Okay po. Gusto.
Thank you. Alright, so what we did this afternoon is that I've given you a flavor of how to do the information security risk management. Saan ang challenge? Di ba, we've done it step by step. Saan ang challenge? Doon sa identification of risk o doon pa lang sa listing of assets? Saan ang mahirap na part? Why?
Kasi hinahanapan mo yung kung may risk ka talaga.
Ha?
Hinahanapan mo kung may risk ba siya.
Yeah. The key there is list everything. Lahat ng meron kayo doon sa field office. No? And then, it will be easier if the risk assessment is conducted on a plenary. Ganito, no? Kasi for example, nakalimutan ng isang field office, nag-present yung isang field office, nga, meron din pala kami niyan. So you will add it to your risk register. Now, on the risks and vulnerabilities, ganun din. We can learn from each other. Yung impact and probability, it is experimental. No? The final values that we will be using would come from the central office.
Sir, may question ako, sir.
Yeah, sige.
Regarding dun sa, kasi tinatanong nyo kanina, sir, kung saan ang challenge, yung listing kasi medyo madali pa eh. Pero yung identification kasi nung weakness and vulnerability and risk, baka mas knowledgeable si process owner or si asset owner.
Oo. Exactly. Exactly. Kaya nga, George, there is a question, which is a valid point, no? The compliance officers will identify the assets, di ba? Now, kung hindi naman sila yung gumagamit ng asset na yon, yung weakness ng asset na yon, yung exposure, no? Hindi naman nila alam yung proseso eh. So hindi nila alam kung paano ginagamit yung asset. So it could be something na hidden sa kanila. Yun yung challenge when we identify the assets doon sa mga field officers. Well, it's the same as the central office. No? Kung hindi mo ginagamit yung asset, hindi mo alam yung value nun o yung the impact if the asset would be lost or hacked. It's something that we need to discuss kung paano gagawin, or something that you need to discuss internally kung paano gagawin.
Actually, with that, sir.
Kasi that's a valid point eh.
Yeah. Remember, we have now ongoing inventory of all our endpoints from your field offices to the satellite offices. Kasi yung mga nasa satellite offices na yun ang wala tayong visibility. And the very reason why kailangan natin i-inventory yun, because we need to determine alin dyan yung walang XDR o endpoint protection. Kasi pag determine natin yun, at meron sila, we have visibility. So solve na yung problema natin. Kung out of 500, 200 doon yung walang XDR, tap your CMT doon sa naka-assign sa satellite office to reconcile. Hanapin nyo to. Kung wala, you should declare it to the property. This endpoint is non-existent dito.
Yeah.
So maging problema din natin doon is what will be the action taken by the property. Kasi they need to certify that this particular endpoint is no longer, doesn't exist na. Kahit anong gawin nyo, kasi wala naman tayo magagawa. Pag yung CMT is talagang hindi niya ma-produce. Saan babalik yun? Doon sa PAR. Yung sa custodian na yung property
Property acknowledgement.
yung accountability, doon siya babagsak. Sa'yo nakapart to, nasaan yung inputs na yun?
Okay.
Ganun.
Okay. Right. So anyway, there are still some, kinks to be ironed out. Pero I believe it will be solved internally before this becomes full blown.
Yeah.
Right. Any other questions? Yes, Jules.
Bale, pagbalik namin sa HFOs namin, sir, baka na kami ng exact na ganito.
I don't know yet. I believe George would be able to answer that better than I can.
And then, yung ma-produce nila, sir, yung actual na risk assessment na documents.
The very reason why we conduct this is for you to become more familiar how to do the risk assessment. Now, pagbalik nyo sa field offices ninyo, using this template, na meron ng procedure yan, na nakakasama sa SO, we will utilize template to assess our servers. Bakit server? Kasi siya yung katumbas ng MDCB sa Central Office na pina-certify natin. So, available na yung mga controls noon, available na yung mga templates na dapat yung magamit, mga forms, monitoring tools. Yun yung ibibigay namin sa inyo. Then, pagbalik ito sa field office, do the same procedure na ginawa nyo ngayon to identify the asset, read their inventory, identify the vulnerability, risk, impact, and so on. And that will be submitted before the end of the year.
All right.
So, ang focus ba natin, sir, is within the RICTMS office lang?
I believe ang RICTMS ang meron lang server sa mga field offices. I'm not sure kung ibang offices meron silang mga server rooms.
Pero meron kasi kami na answer na information, mga process owners na sa amin.
Okay. We're talking about only the server rooms for the time being. Yung laman nun, medyo i-part muna natin because as this is namin Sir Richard, it's another painful point sa atin. So, let's stabilize muna yung server rooms. Like nung sa MDCB physical, let's do the physical for the servers. We have documents for that na nakapasa naman na. Let's replicate that. So, yun yung gagawin ninyo pagbaybahan nyo sa field offices.
All right. Any other questions? Do you now have a better understanding and the risk management?
Yes, sir.
Right? So, paano namin binuo and how we got ourselves certified? Yung pinagawa ko sa inyo, that's the process that they underwent.
Yes.
Of course, ilang araw, ilang linggo namin ginawa yon, no?
Months.
Line by line, inayos namin, inintindi namin kung ano ba talaga yung mga risk na yon. And then saka kami tumawag ng auditors to validate what we did. Okay? So if there are no more questions.
Speaking of validation, sir, what if we submitted? Will there be someone to validate?
Yeah. We will.
Sila Sir George mag-validate.
Yeah. I will validate personally and magkakaroon tayo nga nung, as mentioned, ng mga cluster team para we can have an exchange of ideas to audit our own work. Yun yung para bukas. Pero yung mga magagaling sa ML, hindi pwede magsama-sama.
May sinasabi ko.
Alright. Kung wala na pong tanong, maraming salamat sa inyo. Asek, thank you for inviting me. Allowing me to share my knowledge to the group, to the compliance officer. Maraming salamat po. And then, thank you for being attentive listeners. Wala naman nakatulog. Maraming salamat sa lahat. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
At this juncture, we are going to proceed to the awarding of certificates to show our appreciation and gratitude to our two resource speakers since day one until today. Actually, Sir Richard will still be with us tomorrow, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. To award a certificate, may we invite Asek Zulius and Director CJ.
Okay, dito ka po sa may sa gitna.
Allow me to read the content of the certificate. Certificate of appreciation is presented to for his invaluable contribution as resource person during the conduct of workshop on strengthening ICDMS support, ISO standards and compliance, held on December 3 to 6, 2024 at Crimson Hotel Philinvest City, Manila, Alabang Muntinlupa City, Metro Manila, given this 6th day of December in the year of our Lord, 2024. Signed by Director Christian Joseph M. Regunay and ASEC Julius B. Garospe. This certificate is awarded to Sir Carl Marcus R. Reyes. Yes, it's you, sir. A round of applause for Mr. Carl. Yes. Okay, the same certificate is awarded to Mr. Richard O. Regalado. A round of applause for our resource person.
Yaw.